Hi, I'm Boettcher from the GT Radial Drift Team. We're back in Australia after another great trip over to Singapore. It's a great country, I love going there, and we had a really good time. So when we first arrived in Singapore, we headed over to the storage facility to work on the car and get a few things, I guess, right for the event. One of the things we had to sort out was a bit of damage on the rear end. We had a very quick fix up in Malaysia, but we decided to try and make that look a bit more presentable for Singapore, and spent a bit of time with Gavin with a lot of black gaffer tape and a few bits of metal and even a large ball of plastic to pump out the guard. So it doesn't look that bad once we're finished, but yeah, we're pretty proud of our makeshift efforts for the time. The next day we headed out to Changi Shopping Centre, or the shopping centre near the Changi Exhibition Centre, which is where the event was to be held. And we got to take part in the press conference, which was just a really cool event to be a part of. It's some big names there like Daigo Saito, Ken Gushi, Robbie Nishida, the 2010 champion Kenku Jan. It was cool to see, I guess my car was on display, so that was really exciting to have my car in the middle of a shopping centre amongst Daigo Saito's car and Max Arito's car as well. So really just a great experience to be part of that. On Friday we also got to take the media personnel for rides around a smaller track, sort of a figure eight type area, so we got to give them a good ride and show them what we do. To a degree, I guess. We didn't get to take them on the full track, but it was still fun to get them in there, and they always have a smile on their face, so that was really good. On Saturday was the first of the two big days. We took on qualifying. You get two runs. On the first run we put down a safe run, just went around as smoothly as we could, hit the lines best we could, and pulled out a pretty good run. We got 75 points, a good base to work on. Our maximum score was 100, we wanted 80 or 90. So we went out for the second run, pushed really hard from the beginning, and through the centre section we actually put on too much angle and had to run a shallow line through there, and it sort of really messed up the run, so we ended up with a 65 I think on the second run. So yeah, 75 was the score that stayed. And then in the meeting later on in the afternoon on Saturday we found out that we qualified 13th overall. So then we headed out for the top 32 battles. Our first lineup was against Kevin Raju. We did our best against him. We got really close on the chase run, and then also we were able to get a pretty good lead run and pull a bit of a gap on him. And as we come around I found out that I'd made it through the top 16, so that was great news. And that's sort of where the event really starts. And so yeah, we actually were lined up against the very well known Robbie Nishida. First up we had the chase. I actually hit a couple of clipping points while chasing, but still stayed fairly close to him and thought I put in a good run. But then on the lead lap, again I pushed as hard as I could, tried to go as quick as I could to make it hard for Robbie to keep up, and I just touched the clipping point as well on that run. So I think the runs were pretty even, but the two little clipping points is enough to tip it Robbie's way. So I really enjoyed, I guess, being part of the Formula Drift Asia series. I always have, and it's just great to know that I'm going to be going back again. It's such a cool event to be a part of. It's so well run and such a big crowd and so on there as well, so it's just a great thing to be a part of. I really like to thank GT Radial. It's such a huge amount of support. They do a great job in supporting the team. Great to be part of a team that's really performing. So massive thanks to GT Radial for their involvement. They've just been such a huge part of my career, and I'm very proud to be part of that team. Also a big thanks to Tyreright. They're where it all started for me. They're I guess my first sponsor, and they're where the connection to GT Radial started. So massive thanks to them. Also like to thank Ian Boettcher Race Parts. It's the family business. I get a lot of help from those guys. It's all the I guess preparation of the car. Just before we leave and so on, the containers and all that sort of stuff. We work a lot at the warehouse, at the workshop there, so massive thanks to the family business there. Also a huge thanks to Gavin Wood Autotech. Gavin always puts in a lot of effort. He actually came over with us to Singapore and worked really hard for me. It's a very hot and hard position to be in, working on the car in the sun. So yeah, he did a great job, and again, couldn't do it without Gav.